Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Two Gods Summoned to a Fantasy World by BenGrem1234. Chapter 4. The ball. 2 days after the attack on the Spada's kingdom, King Edward threw a massive ball in honor of their gods Rimuru and Chloe, who rescued them from the hands of the demon Dabura. When the citizens of the Spades Kingdom heard that two gods has decided to offer humanity their protection, they didn't believe it at first, but when the news of how one of the gods defeated Dabura and the other revived King Edward from the dead, they had no choice but to believe it. Hence, the ball, which was in commemoration of the two gods. Inside the palace ballroom, we see the place filled with lots of people ranging from nobles to commoners. Everyone was dressed their best in order to look good in front of their gods. This was the first time in ages that the gods has graced humanity with their presence. So everyone wanted to look their best. The music was playing and everyone was dancing to the slow song. The servants and butlers were serving drinks and food to those who wanted. In the ballroom, there was a section reserved for the royal family and the guest of honor. This section were divided by their level, which is like a step. The royal family were at the bottom while the guest of honor were one level above that of the royal family. At both section, two very well decorated tables were placed in both section. At one of the tables reserved for the royal family, we see King Edward seated at the center of the table. By his left side is his wife Queen Sakura seated next to him. By the king's right side is his son Prince Shu, and he was seating with pride. By the queen's side is Princess Kanade, who was seating like the perfect elegant princess. They were all enjoying the ball. Now at the other table that was in the section reserved for the guests, we find Rimuru and Chloe seated and enjoying the ball. Rimuru was dressed in an elegant noble clothes. He looked like a goddess in his clothes, which was very frustrating for him. It took a while to convince the maids that were assigned to dress him that he was a male, but it all worked out in the end. Chloe was dressed in an elegant purple dress that brought out all her curves. She looked like a goddess in her dress even though she was already a goddess. Both of them were eating the food that was served to them in bliss. "This food is amazing," Rimuru said in between bits. "I know what you mean. I've definitely eaten food better in your country, but this change of dish is a welcomed experience for me," Chloe said while chewing on her food. "By the way, Chloe, you look very beautiful in that dress," Rimuru complimented her. Chloe almost choked on her food, but she managed to control herself. "Thanks, and you look very beautiful and handsome as well," she said with a huge blush on her face. "Thank you. Men, I didn't think the king will throw a ball in our honor," Rimuru said while looking at the many people in attendance during the ball. "It can't be helped. We are the first deity the humans of this world has seen in a while," Chloe told him. "That's true. I just wish this ball will end quicker so that we could start our adventure in this new world," Rimuru said with a sigh. "By the way, Rimuru, did you make any arrangement for when the people in our world begin to look for us?" Chloe asked. Rimuru looked at Chloe like she was saying something crazy. "You forgot who I am. Did you forget that I rule over everything? I'm everywhere yet at the same time, I'm nowhere. I exist everywhere, be it past, present or future. I'm already doing paperwork at the office in our world." Chloe hit herself on the head. "I forgot that you are omnipresence now. Must be nice to be you." "Don't feel bad, Chloe. After all, you will reach this level in a few years. And you have even sent a parallel existence of yourself to our world," Rimuru said to her. "Yeah, I did that the moment we arrived at this world. Can't take my chances and leave our world unprotected by its gods," Chloe told him. As their conversation continued like this, King Edward stood up and got everyone's attention. Everyone stopped dancing and paid attention to the king. The music slowly stopped and the ballroom became quiet. "I would like to take this opportunity to thank our gods Rimuru and Chloe for offering humanity their protection. We humans are in dire needs, as we all know. So the help and protection of the gods is a blessing that will bring us salvation and the freedom we've been searching for." King Edward raised his glass cup filled with wine. "To our gods and saviors Rimuru Tempest and Chloe Obel. Cheers." "Cheers," everyone shouted, and the music resumed. Rimuru and Chloe smiled at how happy the people were. As Rimuru and Chloe were done eating, they noticed two noble women approaching them. The two women were dressed in a typical extravagant rich clothes which captured all their curves. The two women reached Rimuru and Chloe's table and bowed to them. "My god and goddess, we humbly greet you for gracing us with your presence," one of the noble women said while still bowing. "The pleasure is mine. Would you two mind introducing yourselves?" Rimuru asked them. "Where are my manners? My name is Mie Vonville, wife of Duke Grey Vonville. It's a pleasure to be in your presence." The First Lady introduced herself. "Greetings. My name is Katerina Einsburn and I am the wife of Count Leo Einsburn." The second woman introduced herself. "Pleasure is ours. Is there something you two want from us?" Chloe asked them. "Heavens no, we just wanted to greet our gods in person," Mie said with a flustered face. "We couldn't possibly dream of asking anything from a god," Katerina said. Rimuru sighed. "I see. I have to make one thing clear. We are not like other gods and we would pretty much like to know you humans better in order to have a better relationship. All this formalities is not necessary when addressing us. Just be yourselves and talk to us normally," Chloe told them. "We can never disrespect our gods as to be casual with them," Mie said with a scared look. "That's blasphemy of the highest order," Katerina said. "Well, just do whatever you felt comfortable in," Rimuru told them. Once the two has calmed down, Chloe asked them a question that has been bugging her. "Actually, I have a question for you too," she told them. "Ask us anything," Mie said with an eager voice. "Nothing will make us happier than to be of use to our gods," Katerina told her. "Okay then. With my understanding of the situation humans are going through in this world, I thought all humans would be in shackles and enslaved. But this country is thriving and even looked prosperous. So why is that?" Chloe asked them. Mie and Katerina looked at each other before they turned back to Rimuru and Chloe with a sad smile. "Our country is like this because we are the only human nation that has not been physically enslaved. It is because of the deal we made to demons about offering our girls in exchange for their protection," Katerina told them. "Our kingdom is making it and some of us nobles are even rich, but it means nothing in this world when our freedom is restricted," Mie explained to them. "What do you mean that your freedom is restricted?" Rimuru asked. "Well, it is as I said, my lord. We made a deal with demons, so we received their protection in this country, but if any human should leave this country, then that agreement will be null and any race can use that person to do as they see fit," Mie explained. "We only feel safe in this country because of the demons' protection, but outside of this country is hell for humans," Katerina told them. Rimuru and Chloe digested what Mie and Katerina told them. It seems the situation is worse than they thought. "Well, we've already given our protection to humans, so we have a responsibility to go and save them," Rimuru said. "I mean, it's not like we have a choice now that we have taken humans under us," Chloe said. "You two really are kind gods," Mie said with happiness. "Bless the heavens for sending you two to our aid," Katerina said with a small tears in her eyes. "Hey now, no need for that. This is a ball, so go down there and have some fun and leave the depressing topic for later," Rimuru told them. "Hi." Both answered him with a cheerful smile. After that, May and Katerina went back to where the crowd were to enjoy the ball. King Edward saw that Rimuru and Chloe were free and approached their table with his daughter Kanade by his side. "How is the ball, my gods?" King Edward asked as he reached their table. "Oh Edward, the ball is nice. You outdid yourself," Rimuru praised him. "Please, this lowly servant is beneath those kind words from a god," King Edward sighed to him. "You don't have to look so stiff, you know. Relax and enjoy yourself a little," Chloe said to him. Excuse me, may I ask you two a question?" Princess Kanade asked. "Go ahead and ask," Rimuru said to her. Princess Kanade took a deep breath before asking, "I know that it is beneath me, a mortal, to question the affairs of the gods, but I have to know what you two plan to do from now on." Rimuru and Chloe looked at each other before turning back to Kanade and said the same thing at the same time, "Rescue humanity, of course." Princess Kanade became flustered. Rimuru rubbed his head sheepishly. "Sorry for startling you, but our answer are the same. We plan to rescue humans outside this country. We've already decided to protect the humans, so we plan to protect them all." King Edward stroked his beard. "Not that I'm not happy about your decision, but won't the gods declare you an enemy if you go around protecting us?" "I'm hoping for it. I have a bone to pick with all the gods for their neglect against humanity," Rimuru answered him. The gods of this world are all arrogant fools that need to be put in their place. And that's exactly what we plan to do, Chloe told them. When do you plan to leave? Princess Kanade asked. We plan to leave tomorrow. The sooner the better, as they say, Rimuru answered her. Then please let me come with both of you on your journey, Princess Kanade asked while bowing down. What are you saying, Kanade? You can't leave on such dangerous mission, King Edward screamed. I know what you are saying, father, and I would have agreed with you, but I can't. I have to get stronger, strong enough to protect my people, and if I accompany God Rimuru and Goddess Chloe on their journey, I'm sure I will learn new things I didn't know about, Princess Kanade explained. King Edward didn't know what to say in the matter. He turned to Rimuru and Chloe to know what they would say. Rimuru looked at Kanade. Do you intend to follow us knowing that we would likely be fighting the gods and other races? Remember that humanity is the weakest race there is, and with your strength, you'll be lucky to escape the weakest of the fairies in a fight. Do you still want to follow us knowing all this? Chloe asked her. Princess Kanade hesitated for a moment before her face hardened. Yes, if it is for my race, I will handle anything. Everyone was quiet for a while, until Rimuru and Chloe burst out laughing out loud, which caught the attention of everyone. Everyone in the ballroom looked up at where Rimuru and Chloe were still laughing in confusion. Finally, Rimuru stood up from his seat and smiled at Kanade. Sorry for laughing like that. You just really reminded me of Chloe when she was younger. I like the look in your eyes, Kanade, and I accept your request. From this day forward, you are going to be my student. I will make you strong enough to challenge anyone, even the gods. Do you accept, Kanade? If you do, take my hand. He stretched out his hand for her to take. Princess Kanade looked at his hand and immediately took it without hesitation. Yes, I accept. Just then, Princess Kanade felt a huge amount of power began to grow from within her. The power was unlike anything she has ever felt before. Her power kept rising and rising with no end in sight. She closed her eyes and accepted the power as her own. A bright light covered her. Everyone in the ballroom covered their eyes and awaited to see what will happen. When the light died down, Princess Kanade's outfit completely changed. She was now wearing an adventurer's witch outfit and she had a staff at her right hand. What was truly impressive about her was the amount of mana she was releasing. Prince Shu carefully approached Princess Kanade. Sis, is that really you? Princess Kanade opened her eyes and looked at Shu. It's me, bro. I'm still me. What happened to you? Your mana is off the roof, Prince Shu said. I don't know, but I feel like I can take on Dabura in a fight and win quite easily with the way I am now, Princess Kanade said to him. Everyone were shocked after hearing what she said. Nobody could mock her because her aura was telling them that she wasn't joking. Princess Kanade turned to Rimuru and knelt down and bowed. I hope to learn all I can from you, master. Rimuru smiled. Good, because I plan to teach you a lot. Chloe turned to Rimuru and smiled. Things are going to get interesting from now on. Rimuru smiled back. And that's what makes life so fun in this new world. And so, the ball progressed normally after.